底是没底的。
那你几人工弄好点就够起来。
可以去啊，可以。
对，我摸的刚才第一哈。
So this is my car, and it's the first time it has ever been lifted. So I'm gonna take a look at the bottom. So this is plastic. This is actually where the electric motor and all the electronics would be covered. Well, it's plastic. Well, there's literally nothing here. This is the venting. And this, the entire flat thing I'm running through. This part, it is a battery pack, and it's nice. Let me take a picture. So yes, this is a big ass battery pack. Oh, interesting. These are two mounting points where they press onto this piece of foam cushion. And this is a hanging point of the pack. And here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then a circle. So this is the bottom plate. This is a shield to prevent road debris and kicking up. And inside is a battery pack. Well, the LFP battery itself is very rigid, so I don't see any issue with it. This is HEV, so rear subassembly. The suspension system. And this is high voltage. This is DC fast charging. This is slow AC charging. DC fast charging directly go into the battery pack, while the AC charging run all the way to the front. And then I don't think this is a very good design, but because you need to run the cable literally double time. But that's okay. Two long bus bars, which really should not be like this. Well, the true reason I want to see the undercarriage is indeed I want to check out the detailed specification of the battery pack. And although there are labels on the door jamb, but the more detail would be directly stick to the battery pack instead of looking at the car only. Now, luckily I took the picture because I have the space. So here you see the label. Its product type is P66. What I'm thinking is the P probably stands for pack or battery pack product range instead of other types of batteries. You know, they also make LFP based 12-volt batteries. So those are startup batteries. So probably a different naming scheme for that. And then the chemical and type is what most interesting. The chemistry of this battery pack is LFP, so lithium iron phosphate. This is one of the safest battery pack chemistry materials. And honestly, as a person who mostly do thermal safety experiments, I know this type would hardly go into a thermal runaway event to ensure maximum safety. Well, this car is not mine. It belongs to my parents. Once my mom starts to drive it, I wish them to be safety first, then cheap, and then performance. The rated capacity is 135 amp hour. This is a nominal capacity. Evaluated is 137.5 amp hour. So they have some reserve, I think, either on the top part or on the lower part. That's okay. The battery code is just a serial number. That's fine with the QR code next to it. What I'm very interested in is the rated voltage here. The voltage 531.2 volt, which is slightly higher than a Tesla pack. The Tesla pack normally is around 400 volts. For LFP pack with close to 530 volts, I'm expecting it to be a high voltage pack, slightly high voltage, not as high as other battery packs. The Porsche Taycan and the Audi e-tron, I think, is using an 800-volt system, but this one is using 531 nominal. So LFP battery have a slightly different nominal voltage than NMC type. For the NMC and NCA packs, they have a nominal voltage of 3.65 to 3.7 volt. For your cell phone battery, your nominal voltage is around 3.8 to 83 volt for 50% SOC, but this one is only 3.2. And the LFP has that very flat voltage plateau, we so-called. So using 531.2 divided by 3.2, we would be able to get a number which is 166. So this battery pack have one parallel, those blade cells which is close to 1 meter long, and then they have 166 of them stacked together. I'm going to have a more detailed video about what's inside the pack. Although I'm not going to disassemble my car, but someone have already disassembled the BYD Han, which is my big brother. So I'm going to dive into that in detail, as well as, if possible, I want to see what's inside the cell. Luckily, my company has one, and I never get a chance to disassemble it yet. Finally, the battery pack was produced on April the 14th, 2021. And remember, the shop, the dealer, the 4S dealer, they received this car on April the 26th. And I got the delivery of this vehicle on May the 3rd, which means from the battery pack to be produced until I receive the car is only like less than 14 days, less than half a month apart. Don't forget, there's logistics all the way from Xi'an to the dealer in my city, which is close to 3,000 kilometers in distance. Yeah, so it's a very rapid turnaround in this. I do believe you see all other details in the video when I was installing the shield in the shop. And yeah, this is just the overview of the tech spec of this battery pack. I want to see more about what's inside the engine bay, as well as what's inside the pack. That will be in future videos, so stay tuned.